"From this day," the old man said, "you are the leader of our people. Protect them, guide them. Never forget where you come from." Labongo accepted the spear with pride and promised to honor his father's legacy. Not long after, the old man passed away. The clan mourned deeply, but life had to continue. Labongo took his place as chief. He ruled firmly and courageously, though at times his emotions controlled his judgment. Still, peace remained. The land continued to produce food, the Nile flowed endlessly, and the people lived without major conflict. Both brothers grew into men. They married, had children, and raised families. Life was good. Until one afternoon, everything changed. One day, while Labongo was away hunting, a large elephant wandered into the clan's maize fields. It began destroying their crops, trampling everything in its path. Women and children screamed and ran for safety. Gipir, who had been resting in his hut, rushed outside when he heard the cries. He saw the massive elephant destroying their only source of food. Without hesitation, he ran to the hut where the spears were kept. In panic, he grabbed one and hurled it at the elephant. The spear struck its side. Wounded, the elephant fled into the forest with the spear still embedded in its body. The people rejoiced. They praised Gipir for his bravery. They celebrated his courage. He had saved the village. When Labongo returned, he found the homestead full of excitement. Everyone told him what had happened, how Gipir had chased away the elephant and protected the clan. Instead of feeling proud, Labongo felt jealous.
He went to check the spears, and then he saw it. His sacred spear was gone. The royal spear, the symbol of his leadership, had been taken and lost in the forest. Enraged, Labongo summoned his brother. He accused Gipir of disrespect. He reminded him how important the spear was to their lineage. He demanded that Gipir retrieve it. Gipir was shocked. How could he track an injured elephant in a vast forest filled with lions, leopards, buffaloes, and wild beasts? But Labongo would not listen. "You must bring it back," he insisted. With no choice, Gipir said goodbye to his wife and children. Tears flowed as he embraced them, knowing he might never return. Then he entered the forest alone. Days passed, then weeks, then months. Gipir wandered endlessly. He slept under open skies. He faced wild animals. Hunger weakened him. Disease attacked his body. His wounds became infected. He became thin, weak, and hopeless. Loneliness drove him toward madness. He cursed his brother. He cried for his children. He regretted ever throwing that spear. At last, exhausted and broken, he lay down and waited for death. He prayed that a lion or hyena would come and end his suffering. But fate had another plan. One day, an old medicine woman passed through the forest, searching for herbs. She found Gipir lying helpless on the ground. She thought he was dead, but he was still breathing. With great effort, she carried him to her hut near the forest's edge. She cleaned his wounds, gave him water, and fed him. Slowly, his strength returned. When he could speak again, Gipir told her his story. She listened with compassion. She promised to shelter him and help him recover. With time, Gipir regained his strength. He learned to hunt again. He gathered food. He lived alongside the old woman like a grandson with his grandmother. Still, he never forgot his mission. Years passed. One day, deep in the forest, they discovered a pile of bones. Huge bones. Elephant bones. Gipir rushed closer, and there it was, the royal spear, still shining, still strong, resting among the skeleton. The elephant had finally died from its wounds. Gipir cried with joy. He danced, he laughed. He had completed his mission. The old woman was happy for him, but sad to see him go. Before he left, she gave him special beads, beautiful, colorful, and shining in the sunlight. Gipir accepted them gratefully. They symbolized survival, kindness, and hope. He thanked her and began his journey home. After weeks of walking, he reached his village. At first, people thought he was a stranger. Then they recognized him. Gipir had returned. The village erupted in celebration. He presented the spear to Labongo. Labongo embraced him. They cried. They forgave. For a time, peace returned. Life continued. One day, while Gipir was stringing his beads, children gathered to watch. Among them was Labongo's youngest daughter, a small toddler. She picked up one bead. She put it in her mouth and swallowed it. Another child rushed to tell Gipir. Gipir saw his chance. All the bitterness returned. He went to Labongo and demanded the bead. Labongo laughed it off. "It will pass naturally," he said. But Gipir refused. He demanded the bead immediately. He demanded that Labongo cut open his daughter's stomach and retrieve it. Labongo was horrified. He begged, he pleaded, but Gipir reminded him of the forest, of the suffering, of the years lost. Finally, broken and desperate, Labongo agreed. The child was sacrificed. The bead was retrieved. But the clan was destroyed forever. Grief consumed Labongo. Hatred grew. The brothers could no longer live together. They met at a place called Wonglei, near Pakwach, beside the Nile. There they buried an axe, symbolizing the end of their unity. They parted ways. Gipir went west of the Nile and became the ancestor of the Alur and related peoples. Labongo went east and south, becoming the ancestor of the Acholi, Longi, Iteso, Japadola, and other Luo-speaking groups. From them came many tribes, different in location, but united in language and blood. To this day, Wonglei remains sacred. Rituals are performed there, sacrifices are offered. People pray for wisdom, justice, kindness, and peace. And elders continue to tell the story of a spear, of a bead, of pride, of forgiveness, and of how brothers became nations.
If you liked the story, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It helps.